Mickey's Bedtime Story Extravaganza. It was a calm evening at the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. The sun was setting, painting the sky with soft hues of pink, orange, and purple. Mickey Mouse, dressed in his comfy red pajamas with yellow stars, stood by the window, watching the sunset. The clubhouse was warm and cozy, with soft lights glowing, and the gentle hum of a lullaby filled the air. "Gee, it's almost bedtime," Mickey said to himself, looking at the clock on the wall. "I'd better gather the gang." He hurried over to the clubhouse's living room, where his friends Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto were already waiting. They were all dressed in their pajamas, ready for their nightly tradition, Mickey's bedtime story. "Hiya, pals," Mickey greeted with a big smile. "Tonight, I thought we'd do something a little different. How about a mix of nursery rhymes and fairy tales?" "Ooh, that sounds delightful, Mickey," Minnie exclaimed, clapping her hands together. "Yeah, it sounds fun," Goofy added with a chuckle. "I love a good story before I hit the hay." Mickey nodded and grabbed a large, colorful book from the shelf. The book was titled Nursery Rhymes and Fairy Tales, a magical collection. He opened it and began flipping through the pages. "Now, let's see. Which one should we start with?" Suddenly, the pages of the book began to shimmer and glow, and the words on the page seemed to jump out. Mickey's eyes widened in amazement. "Gosh, look at that. This book is full of surprises. Wow, it's magic," Daisy quacked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Sure is, Daisy," Mickey agreed. "Why don't we start with a classic nursery rhyme? Humpty Dumpty?" Chapter 1. Humpty Dumpty's Great Fall. As Mickey began to read, the words seemed to lift off the page and fill the room with a magical aura. Everyone could see the story unfolding right before their eyes as if they were being transported into the tale. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, Mickey narrated, and right then, a large, egg-shaped figure appeared, sitting atop a high wall in the middle of the clubhouse. "Hi, I'm Humpty Dumpty," the egg said cheerfully, waving down at everyone. "Careful up there," Goofy called out, waving back. But as the rhyme continued, just like the words in the book, Humpty Dumpty lost his balance and tumbled off the wall with a resounding crash. "Oh no," cried Minnie, covering her mouth with her hands. "But don't worry," Mickey reassured everyone. All the king's horses and all the king's men tried their best to put Humpty together again. Magically, tiny knights and horses appeared, scrambling around to help poor Humpty. With a bit of teamwork and determination, they pieced him back together, and he stood up, looking as good as new. "Phew, that was a close one," Humpty Dumpty chuckled, giving a thumbs up to everyone. Everyone in the clubhouse cheered. "That was fun, Mickey," Donald quacked with a grin. "What's next?" Chapter 2. The Little Red Riding Hood Adventure. Mickey turned the page and continued. "How about a fairy tale next? Let's dive into Little Red Riding Hood." As he began reading, the room transformed into a beautiful, enchanted forest. There were tall trees with emerald leaves, birds chirping, and a narrow, winding path that led deep into the woods. "Hi there," said Little Red Riding Hood, appearing on the path with a wicker basket in her hand. She wore a bright red cloak that fluttered in the gentle breeze. "Hiya, Little Red Riding Hood," Mickey called out. "Where you headed?" "I'm off to visit my grandmother," she replied with a smile, "and I'm bringing her some treats." "Watch out for the big bad wolf," warned Daisy, looking around nervously. Just then, the bushes rustled, and out sprang a large, sly-looking wolf. "Why, hello there, little girl," he said in a smooth voice. "Where are you off to?" Mickey continued reading, and the gang watched as Little Red Riding Hood and the big bad wolf engaged in their classic exchange. The wolf, pretending to be friendly, soon dashed ahead to Grandma's house. "Oh no, that wolf is up to no good," Donald exclaimed, shaking his head. "Don't worry, Donald," Mickey chuckled. "Let's see what happens next." When Little Red Riding Hood reached her grandmother's house, the wolf, disguised in Grandma's clothes, tried to trick her. But thanks to Mickey's reading, this time the story took a fun twist. Goofy decided to jump into the tale. "Hold on a second," Goofy said, stepping into the story. I'll help you out, Little Red. Goofy, with his clumsy but lovable antics, managed to scare the big bad wolf away, sending him running back into the woods. Thanks, Goofy. Little Red Riding Hood giggled. You saved the day. Everyone laughed and clapped, enjoying the new, happy ending to the classic tale. Well, that was sure something, Goofy said, grinning from ear to ear as he returned to his seat. Chapter 3. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Mickey flipped through the pages again. How about a sweet nursery rhyme next? Let's read Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. As Mickey read, the clubhouse ceiling transformed into a starry night sky, filled with twinkling stars. One particular star, a bright golden one, seemed to shine more brilliantly than the others. It began to dance and twirl across the sky, leaving trails of sparkling stardust. Look at that star go! Minnie giggled. It's so beautiful. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Mickey continued, his voice gentle and melodic. As he spoke, the little star danced closer, twinkling and shimmering right above them. Hello, little star, Daisy waved, her eyes wide with wonder. The star twinkled brightly in response, spreading a warm, magical light that made everyone feel calm and peaceful. It was as if the star was singing a lullaby just for them. Sweet dreams, little star, Mickey said softly, closing that chapter. Chapter 4. Jack and the Beanstalk. Now, how about a more adventurous tale? Mickey suggested. Let's read Jack and the Beanstalk. The clubhouse seemed to grow, and soon a giant beanstalk sprouted from the middle of the room, reaching all the way to the ceiling. Mickey and his friends looked up in awe as the beanstalk continued to grow. Whoa, that's a tall one, Goofy exclaimed, craning his neck to see the top. At the base of the beanstalk stood Jack, a young boy holding a small pouch of beans. Hiya, folks, Jack greeted. I'm going up to see what treasures are up there in the clouds. Be careful, Jack, Minnie warned. There could be a giant up there. Jack nodded and began to climb the towering beanstalk. Everyone watched as he made his way up into the clouds. Mickey read on, describing Jack's encounter with the enormous giant and how he cleverly outsmarted him to take a bag of gold. Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman, the giant roared, his deep voice shaking the clubhouse. Oh no, Jack, hurry, Donald quacked, almost jumping out of his seat. But Jack was quick and brave. He climbed back down the beanstalk with the bag of gold, and with Mickey's encouragement, chopped down the beanstalk just in time. Wow, that was close. Jack panted, waving goodbye as he disappeared from the story. Everyone cheered and laughed, thrilled by the adventure. Great choice, Mickey, Goofy said, wiping his forehead. That was excellent. Chapter 5. Mary Had a Little Lamb. All right, pals, let's slow things down with a gentle nursery rhyme, Mickey said, turning to the next page. How about Mary Had a Little Lamb? As he read, the room transformed into a peaceful countryside scene. A young girl named Mary appeared, holding the hand of a fluffy white lamb. Hi, everyone, Mary greeted sweetly. This is my little lamb. Isn't she lovely? The lamb bleated softly, nuzzling close to Mary. It's adorable, Minnie cooed, her heart melting. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go, Mickey read with a smile. The lamb trotted along happily beside Mary, following her everywhere, from the green pastures to a small, charming schoolhouse. That lamb sure does love Mary, Goofy said, chuckling. And they're best friends, Mickey added. Just like us. The gentle rhyme filled the room with warmth and joy, reminding everyone of the simple pleasures of friendship and loyalty. Chapter 6. Cinderella's Magical Night. For our grand finale, let's end with a beloved fairy tale, Mickey announced. How about Cinderella? The clubhouse transformed into a grand ballroom with sparkling chandeliers and golden decor. Cinderella, in her beautiful blue gown, stood at the top of a grand staircase, looking around in wonder. Oh, my goodness, Minnie gasped. It's like we're at the ball. As Mickey read on, Cinderella gracefully descended the stairs and began to dance with Prince Charming. The music was enchanting, and the room was filled with magic. The clock, however, began to chime midnight. "Oh no, Cinderella," Daisy exclaimed. "You better hurry." With a graceful twirl, Cinderella dashed out of the ballroom, leaving behind a single glass slipper. The prince, determined to find his mysterious dance partner, picked up the slipper and vowed to search the kingdom. "Don't worry," Mickey assured everyone. "Cinderella will get her happy ending." Sure enough, the story concluded with Cinderella trying on the slipper, and it fit perfectly. She and Prince Charming lived happily ever after. The end of the night. As the story ended, the magical book's glow faded, and the clubhouse returned to its cozy, familiar state. The friends were all smiling, their hearts warmed by the delightful tales. "That was amazing, Mickey," Minnie said, giving him a hug. "Thanks for such a wonderful bedtime story." Gosh, it was my pleasure," Mickey replied, blushing a little. "Yeah, thanks, Mickey," Goofy added, yawning. "Those stories were real nice." "Good night, everyone," Mickey said softly as he closed the magical book. "Sweet dreams, and I'll see you all tomorrow for more adventures." The friends snuggled into their blankets, their eyes heavy with sleep. The soft lullaby played on, and the clubhouse lights dimmed. One by one, they drifted off into a peaceful slumber, dreaming of nursery rhymes, fairy tales, and the magic of friendship. The end.